Hey guys, it's me Slash here. Today we're doing a deck profile. My main deck in Premium, Yasuie Shirayuki. So first off we have our starter, Goemon, SP. For grade 3s, we have our G Yasuie, the Strider for Premium. We have 2 of those. Next we have our 4 Shirayuki, our main units after you want to ride this after you ride into Yasuie. Next, we have 6 Flowers of Phantasm Shirayuki, the one that you want to call onto rearguard with everything else after. Once you're on Shirayuki, its skill it's an important skill that you want. Its rearguard skill and Vanguard. When your unit's attack does not hit, it doesn't matter if it's this unit or just a regular unit. It could be your Vanguard, a random rearguard as well. It says when your unit's attack does not hit, if you have Vanguard Shirayuki in his card name, CB1, choose one of your opponent's front row units, usually the Vanguard, and give it minus 10k until the end of the turn. And then if this unit is on Vanguard circle, you can call it Shirayuki, but that's probably not going to happen. So if you have Vanguard or Shirayuki and you have 4 of them, like there, or whatever, you can get up to -40 with their skills. And with Shirayuki's own skill is when it's placed on Vanguard circle or rearguard circle or guardian circle. Usually use it for the Vanguard or guardian circle skill. Soul Blast 2, choose 3 units in your opponent's front row units and they get minus 5k until the end of the turn. If it's on Vanguard or guardian circle, it gets minus 10k. So in total you can get up to -50 with their skills all combined. Okay, so on to grade 2s. We have 4 of our ride fixer, Dolphin into Hiki Girl. We have the usual ride fixer skill of at the beginning of your ride phase, you can discard this unit, look at the top 5, search for up to 1 grade 2 or less units, and put it into your hand. And then its one boosted skill is, when this unit is boosted, CB1 search your deck for up to 1 card other than Ito Hiki Girl, call it, and shuffle your deck. The unit that you want to call is Stealth Fiend Frightcicle. It says, when this unit attacks, you may give this unit 5k until the end of that battle. If you do, at the end of that battle, put this unit at the bottom of the deck, and if it was called by a skill, you can draw a card after. This has really good synergies with Yasuie and the Stride from its skill. Next, we only run 3 Stealth Fiend Lady Silhouettes. It's another way to call out Frightcicle, and it's our only way of removal in this deck against Hanali. Yeah, this deck really does not like Hanali. Exile Clans and Hanali do not mix. The first skill is when your unit is placed on Vanguard or rearguard from hand, CB1 and reveal a grade 2 or less unit from your hand. Search deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as it, and call it to rearguard, shuffle your deck. You want to try and ride either one of these 2. This one might be a better one, but you can also ride this one. And hopefully you have Frightcicle in your hand. Ride it, pay the CB, call this. This one's 14. Because you called it from a skill, you draw a card. Its removal skill is if this unit did not hit anything. So it could be the Vanguard for Hanali or rearguards if it doesn't hit. Put this unit at the bottom of the deck and choose one of your opponent's rearguards and put it on the bottom of their deck. So they leave Hanali on the board and they don't know that you run this card. It's kind of nice. Swing, hope. Well, it's usually either they take the damage or it misses, or you swing into a rearguard and it misses. Then you can just bot deck the Hanali. It doesn't matter what number of attacks you do. We have 4 Stealth Fiend Radium Atom. Its skill is whenever your unit's attack does not hit, put it to soul, and from your drop grab 1 Shirayuki. So you can either grab one of her or one of her. She also supplies the soul for their skills, so that's always nice. Grade 1s, it doesn't really matter what grade 1 you ride into. Yeah. Our next one is the G Gateway Stealth Rogue Attacker. It's the G one, so it has the skill to be discarded as stride fodder for not for skills but for striding. And also when this unit is placed, reveal a grade 3 and search your deck for a Yasuie and then discard a card. I only run 3 and I only run 2 Yasui's, so you could either bump this up, or the Yasui's. Next, we have one of the expensive cards in this deck, Stealth Dragon Onibayashi. It has a Shadow Stitch ability. It says Rearguard GB1. At the end of the battle that your unit attack a Vanguard, if it didn't hit until the end of their turn, this unit gets the red text. Put this unit to soul when your unit attack hits a Vanguard. If you Vanguard with a Shadow Stitch ability or Yasui, you may pay the cost, which is putting it to soul. And then if you do, draw a card and countercharge. This is our way of getting more soul and also countercharging in this deck and drawing more cards. $10 a combo last time I checked. So yeah. One Elementary Sanctitude, of course, because it's premium, and yeah, you need it basically. Of course, because Dragon Empire, we run Drag Beta. You should know the skill by now. It's one draw check, restand your Vanguard. It's funny with the new stride, or the errated stride, sorry. Next, we run 3 of the grade 3 heals, 1 of the new errated grade 0 heals. This is for either your soul or your CB, which you both use in this deck, so it's like, which one would you like to use? And then, of course, if you're getting rushed or anything, grade 3 heals are a must. Next, we run 3 of the grade 0 PGs. Stealth Beast leaves Mirage. Of course, we can only run 3 of them because the other one is Elementaria, and you can only run 4 of the Sentinels. Next, we only run 2 Stealth Rogue of Fiend Blade Masamura, the new errated crit. When this is damage check, draw a card. More ways of drawing a card, and also their new 10Ks, and because we're not usually on it, but it's also 15k shield, and most of our shield is not good for the rest, I'd say. So 15k shield is always a nice thing. Next, we run 3 Stealth Dragon Hidden Scroll. Funny extender card, or just ways of calling more units, or calling more of your Shirayukis for the -10s, or to call more Fright Skulls on the field. And because they were called by skills, they go to the bottom of the deck, and you draw cards, multiples of that. Stealth Dragon Hidden Scroll skill is GB1. Put this unit at the top of your deck. When this unit is placed on your guard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your units, not named himself, not named Stealth Dragon Hidden Scroll. Search your deck for up to 2 copies of the same card name, and call them to 7 rear guards. Shuffle your deck, and at the end of the turn, you have to bot deck those units. And we run 3 of those, and then we run 3 Stealth Fiend Dart Spiders. Our insult and counter charge stand triggers. We run 1 OT, 4 heals, 3 draws, 2 the draw crits, and then 6 stands. That's it for triggers. First off, proxy in this deck until later with this is my Messiah, and then the 2 markers, the quick shield and the guardian ticket. Next we have our errated stride, the ambush demon stealth fiend Umutsuchiki train, and this is the errated one. So if you're grade 3 with Yasuie in its card name, you could just discard a grade 3 unit and then stride this for free on grade 3 while your opponent's on grade 2. So no more grade 2 gaming, so that's nice. Yeah, you stride, you get your 2 markers for this. Murakumo usually goes XL, yeah, XL2s. A lots of drawing in this deck and everything else. And then it gets the continuous, your on hits always hit on Vanguard when you attack your Vanguard. When this unit hits a Vanguard, choose one of your rear guards, search your deck for up to 2 cards with the same card name as that unit, and call them to 7 rear guards. Shuffle your deck. At the end of the turn, those units go back to the bottom of the deck. When I'm going first, or whenever I ride into grade 3, I hope I get Yasui, have a grade 3 to discard, and I have my grade 2 bicycle. I stride. I use Yasui skill that says when this unit is strode upon. Yeah, so when you stride, you CB1, choose a unit and call to. So you choose Bicycle after you get the markers from this. You call the 2 Bicycles onto the markers. So they're 19Ks, this is 14K, and when this attack, you call 2 more Frightcicles. So usually my attack pattern is Frightcicle, then another Frightcicle here, so like Frightcicle, Frightcicle, then the Vanguard. Then the Vanguard calls the Frightcicles that I attacked with recently because they go back to the bottom of the deck. So it's like this, technically. If this was my field and like that. So it'd be like, if these were markers right here, it'd be 19, 14, Vanguard swing, triple drive. These would have went back to the bottom of the deck at the end of their battles. And because they're at the bottom, you won't check them from the triple drive, so they'll still be here for when your third one that still hasn't attacked. So yeah, at the end of the battle, it chooses this one, and then you call them back, and then yeah, attack, 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 and then they all go back. And because they were called by skills, so you draw from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from just Frightcicles, and yeah, 5 cards, and then you triple drive, so that's 8 cards just on turn 3 if you superior stride, 10 cards with the markers. 10 cards just from that is amazing. Just from having Yasui, a grade 3 to discard for the train skill, and having a Frightcicle on the field for Yasui's skill. 10 cards is very funny. Next I have for this round is Ambush Demon Stealth Dragon Shibaraku Victor. Its skill is once per turn, Soul Blast 1, turn a unit, or turn a card in your G-Zone face up, usually either another Shibaraku Victor for its skill or just any other strides in here. And then reveal the top 7 cards from your deck, put up to a total of 2 cards with the same card name as a card on your rearguard circle or in your drop from them, and put it into your hand. This is a card that helps against Gridora because it doesn't call units, it puts them into your hand, so you stride this, use its skill to Soul Blast, flip something in your G-Zone, and then look at the top 7, grab 2 units, and then call them. And because they weren't called by skills, you can still call the cards from that. Then its G-Zone skill, its Shadow Stitch ability. G-Zone, when your rearguards attack a Vanguard and it misses, Soul Blast 1, call to rearguard circle. Later in the game, when you have like a lot of soul, and you have 2 of these flipped up on the in your G-Zone, you could call, attack if this attack misses, and you have this one in the G-Zone. You can Soul Blast 1, call over it, and then attack. This one, because it's technically now in the G-Zone, its G-Zone skill will work. And this isn't once per turn, so you could just continuously loop. And this was the loop that people loved to do back in the day, is the Shibaraku Victor loop with Shirayuki. And now just upgraded with the new strides. Next we have Ambush Demon Stealth Rogue Izujutome. This was the stride that we got just before the errated strides, so Train and Yasui. Its skill is CB1, put a normal unit from your drop to the bottom of your deck, and turn a card from your G-Zone face up. Choose up to 2 of your rearguards. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as each of those units, and call them to rearguard circle. Shuffle your deck, and all your units with the same card name as another one can attack from the back row. This can be your second stride usually, but I usually go into this Victor and flip this. I have the infinite loop, but this also can be your second stride if you want to. So you want to have like Shirayukis on your field, and then you can use its skill, put a Shirayuki back from your drop into the deck, then call that Shirayuki because you have Shirayukis on your field. This can get really out of hand with the amount of Axel markers you have. Usually it's 3, so you have 3 Axel markers on turn 2 or after second stride, because you want to ride into Shirayuki. So you have 3 markers, 2 rearguard circles, and then 3 in the back, so you can get up to 8 rearguard swings. And if you have Victor and any ways of extending attacks with Itohiki Girl and stuff like that, you can get like 8 to 10 amount of attacks. It's really ridiculous, and this is why Hanali is like kind of a must against this deck. Or usually I don't go into these are like usually like flip fodder stuff. But for the next ones, we have Sweetly Smiling Ice Petal Shirayuki. Its skill, CB1, choose a face-down card of Shirayuki in its card name and flip it. If you have a heart card of Shirayuki in its card name, choose one of your opponent's units and it gets -5 for each face-up card in your G-Zone of Shirayuki. Because I only have one extra one, it only gets -5. And then its GB3 skill, it's all your regards with Shirayuki in its card name can attack from the back row. So more ways of multi-attack in this deck from the back row. Next, we have Dharma Deity of the 5 Percepts, Yasuie Genna. Its skill, once per turn, Soul Blast 1, choose a face-down card with the same card name as it, and flip it. Choose one of your cards from rear guard or drop zone, search your deck for up to one card with the same card name as that unit, call it to rear guard, shuffle your deck, and then at the end of the turn, return that unit to your hand. And then the Shadow Stitch ability, Vanguard GB3, at the end of the battle, that's unit attack the Vanguard. If it didn't hit, choose 5 of your units and it gets 5k and crit +1, so 5k crit +1. The crit is like the main thing, and also it's skill to call a unit and then put that unit back into hand. So if you can, if you don't have like a Shirayuki in your hand, you could call it with its skill, then at the end of the turn return it to then put it back into your hand to then ride for next turn and hopefully kill on that turn. And now we get into our G guards. So we run 3 Ambush Demon Stealth Rogue Aizen. This one's a funny one with this deck especially. It says when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your rear guards and it gets the red text. At the end of the battle, your opponent's unit attack misses. Soul Blast 1 and you may return it to your hand for the Soul Blast. And this unit gets 10k until the end of that battle for each unit with the same card name as that chosen unit. Usually with this it's any unit, so if you have like, usually you this on the field, so you choose one of your Shirayukis, and this, because you have 4 units with the same card name, it gets 40k, so this is a 50k shield. Also, it gains shield, so if you have like 3 on the field, you call this into the Guardian Circle. The way this is worded, it sees 4 units with the same card name on the field currently, because of the Guardian Circle is also your field. So 55k shield, and ways of recurring these back into your hand. So we have 3 of those. Next, we run Ambush Demon Stealth Rogue Shirahagano. Its skill is GB1, CB1, choose a G unit from your G zone and flip it, and then when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets the auto ability, the red text. When your grade 3 or less unit is retired from Guardian Circle, you may return it to the bottom of your deck, and this unit gets 10k. So this is a 25k shield. Funny thing is with this is, if you draw your OT, you use the OT, then the OT goes back into deck, so then you can hopefully drive check it and stuff like that. So this is the funny thing that I love to do if I draw the OT. Or just if I'm running low on deck and I have a lot of triggers in my hand, I just place them down and then return them all back into my deck. So then hopefully drive check all of them. And then this is my usual slip for this cost, so I don't usually use it, but it is Ambush Demon Stealth Fiend Hogan Wing. It's when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, you choose one of your grade 1 or greater units, search your deck for one card with the same card name in it, call it to Guardian Circle, shuffle your deck. It gets the red text. When this unit is put into the drop zone from Guardian, put that unit back on the bottom of your deck. And that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Hope to see you later.